Keep your spine straight. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in, hold it there. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Samasta Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahmavidvaram Sadgurum Brahmavidvaram वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् ॐ श्री परमात्मने नमः। अथ गीताध्यानम्। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम् नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे फुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावः दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरणनदी कैवर्तकः केशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलम् गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटम् नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधना बोधितम् लोके सज्जनषट्पदैरहरहः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयाद्भारतपङ्कजं कलिमलप्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तन्न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः. Pranams to the Lord. Pranams to all the Mahatmas who are in tonight's Gita session. We have to begin our chapter 2. We have just started and chanted the verse on the Yugadi day, and we have just initiated. So today we are going to begin. But before that, there were some questions regarding to clear the chanting rules. Some of you were just trying to copy my pronunciation, but said had no clarity on why it is happening like that. So I'll just show you, we'll see that little basic rule, and which one I can show. I've taken a few. Let me see if this is the one. Is this visible?
Very small.
Now?
Yeah. Now, okay.
Okay. Okay. So, what is the chanting rule? We will just address only that much. Okay. The I've put the tutorials already, but I'm going to repost it after today's session. When I'm going to give you few examples. Okay, so a few examples. Give me a minute. Sorry. The chart visible clearly?
Yes,
Yes,
visible.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Yeah, fine. I thought I was not seeing it. I'm unable to write on the screen with this. Just fair enough. I'm unable to write, but we'll see. Now, what happens is when we use our Kantha region, the alphabets coming out from the Kantha, they are put in the group called as Kanthya. Kanthya sounds. So in English, it is guttural, in which if you hold your hand over here and say ka, kha, ga, gha, ng. So that is ng, that last one, no? This group. Sorry. The fifth group, I'm unable to use the pen and mark it over it. I don't know whether this it's not why it's not working today. But ka, kha, ga, gha, ng, the first line, the last one, the fifth one. So that has to come through the nose. So it is called Anunasika. Then we use a soft palate. So if you fold your tongue, touch on the roof of the palate, it is hard. But try to push the tongue backwards, you will reach some soft portion of the palate. Those are called as talavya. So those will be cha, cha, ja, ja, nya. Okay. Then are the cerebrals or the retroflex, where you use the tongue, fold it up, touch the roof of the palate, and then you say ta, ta, da, dha, na. All those sound ta, ta, da, dha, na. Each time the tongue is touching the roof of the palate, the hard palate. Okay. Then comes the tip of the tongue is touching the teeth. Ta, tha, da, dha, na. Get it? Then comes the labial where we use the lips. So aushtya. Pa, pa, ba, bha, ma. So now if we see these 5 groups, Kanthya from the throat, Talavya from the soft palate, Murdhani from the hard palate, Dantya from the teeth, and Aushtya from the lips. There are 5 groups over here. So ka, kha, these sounds are like hard sounds. Ga is a soft sound. Ka, when you aspirate out with more air, is called ha sound we get. So like that for each pair. Cha, if you aspirate out with more pressure, more air, it is cha. Ta, you aspirate out ha. Ta, aspirate out ha. Pa, aspirate out ha. Like that, the column in the first second. Same thing with the third and the fourth column. Ga, aspirate out, you get gha. Ja, aspirate out, you get jha. Da, aspirate ha. Da, bha. Ba, bha. And then the last one, there the sound from the kanthya or the talu or the murdhani or the danta or the oshtha also comes out from the nose. So ng, nya, na, na, ma. So this much where there is a clear-cut classification, these alphabets, 25 alphabets, are called as Vargiya Vyanjanas. Vyanjana, consonant. Vargiya, which is having a good classification, which has this tabular format and a structure is Vargiya, that Varga. So ka Varga, when I say, it is ka, kha, ga, ghang. Cha Varga, cha, cha, ja. So each Varga from where the sound is. So there is one clear-cut picture for this. So this is Vargiya sound. This fifth column, ng, nya, na, nama, is important. When I'm going to write, let's say, a dot ta, we read it as anta. A, on the top of it, anuswara and ba, we read it as amba. A, on top of it, anuswara, and we write da, we read and. Okay. A, on top of it, we put a dot and put ka, anka. What have we done basically? We all will read like that, anka, anta, anda, amba. But we are actually following this fifth column rule over there. So when I say amba or amba, ba is coming in which? In the labial group. See, pa, pa, ba. And then bha. So if the ba is the next alphabet of the anuswara, we are reading that anuswara as ma, amba. We don't say anba. We don't say anba. If da, now you see the da varga. Ta, ta, da, dha, na. So when a anuswara da is coming, we are reading it as anda. We don't say amda or neither we say anda. We say anda. Anda, brahmanda, pindanda. How that anakara is coming? Because that fifth column is that anuswara rule that we are following. After that anuswara, what alphabet comes, that group's anunasika we have to chant. I hope it's clear. Now what happens is, see this group where it is semi-vowel, sibilant, aspirate written. They are not having any classification. So they are coming under the category of avargiya vyanjanas, not a proper classification as per what we have seen on top. Okay, they have their own ways of where it is coming from, but not put in this vargiya chart. Okay, so there are 8 such alphabets. So 25 plus 8, 33 consonants we have in Sanskrit. In that, ya. So after the anuswara, if a ya is coming, then the anuswara's pronunciation is nya, nya with the chandra bindu, nya. So ya also you have to say and through the nose, nya. If la is there after the anuswaras, we say l, like pangum langhayate we said, because pangum, anuswara is there, and the next word is langhayate, la is there. So we said pangum langhayate girim in our dhyana shloka. And then For all the rest, R, V, Sh, Sh, Sa, Ha, the pronunciation of Anuswara is going to become sorry, So wherever this Anuswara, it is not a Vargiya Vyanjana and it is not Y and L, everywhere it is going to become So keep this in mind. I'll again post the tutorial so that you know when are we pronouncing what. Now I'll close this part. I'll open one more thing. Let me see if I have it. Yes, I had kept it. Sorry. Okay. Now in this, sorry.
Varshaji, small request.
Sorry.
Small request, Varshaji. The last thing which you told, probably I was not able to catch. Other than y and v, the rest
Look.
of the thing.
Other than Y. If the
Yeah.
Anuswara is Y,
Yeah.
if after Anuswara the alphabet is Y, we'll say Ny. If after Anuswara the alphabet is L, we say L. And for all the other remaining Sh, Sh, S, H and R, the Anuswara's pronunciation will be M. I'll bring the Dhyana shlokas again once more, and we will see with some examples. Now, in this chart, what I'm trying to show is what is a conjunct I'm trying to show. Conjunct means two consonants, two vyanjanas are coming together. Pa with a R, G with a Y, Ta with a V, whatever. So over here, few conjuncts I have shown. So if this conjunct is there, and before that conjunct is a rasva swara, means short sound, then that short sound has to be pronounced with the pressure. This pressure pronouncing is called as dvitva. So dvitva happens when the next alphabet is a conjunct and the previous alphabet is a rasva sound. Then we do a dvitva. Okay. So conjuncts means any not swara. It is vyanjanas. The consonants are mixing. Now we'll keep this story also in mind. Now we go back to our Dhyana Shloka. Do I have? Yeah, I have. Handy, means to project. Okay. Now what happens? We will see. Yeah, on top of here, there is this, after the Anuswara, we have B. B comes in Pavarga. Pa, pa, ba, bha, ma. So pa, pa, ba, bha, ma. Ma is the fifth column alphabet. So over here, the Anuswara is going to be ma. Yam Brahma. Okay. Now we go to the next Anuswara. Here on top of that is here. After Anuswara, we have the alphabet Sa. Sa is from Avargiya Vyanjanas. In Avargiya, if no Ya, if no La, that means U. So, Yom Samagaha. That Anuswara we will pronounce as U with the Chandra Bindu. Va also has to come and through the nose because it is a Anuswara. So, Yom Samagaha. Now, on this Anuswara, after that we have Ya. So if ya is there, we know the sound has to be nya. Nyayoginaha. Nyayoginaha. Okay. Now we go for the next Anuswara. Na. Na comes in Tavarga. Ta, tha, da, dha, na. Na itself is Anunasika. So, yasyan tanna vidu. Tan. Instead of saying tam, Anuswara's makara, you are going to say nakara, because the next alphabet is na, and for that the Anunasik is na, so Anuswara is becoming na. Yasyantan navidu. Okay. So in this verse, only so much is there. Let me see if any other. Okay. Now see. Mukang karoti. Ka, ha, ga, dha, n. So it is not mukan karoti. It is not n sound. It is a ng sound. N. Like Ganga. When we say Ganga, we are not saying Ganga. Remember, we are not saying Ganga. We are saying Ganga. So, Mukang karoti. Not to say Mukan karoti, Mukang karoti. No. And whenever you have a doubt, you don't know what Anuswara to say, best ways to say amma. Then Mukam karoti is not wrong. When you don't know, you say ma. But saying Mukan karoti will be wrong. You have to go with n over there because the alphabet next is ka. Ka vargas anunasik is n. So you have to say Mukang karoti. Now you see this Anuswara. After Anuswara, we have L. So L is in a avargiya. And only ya and L have this. So this is going to become Pangul Langhayati. Gul Pangul Lang should come. Pangul Langhayate Kiri. Now comes Anuswara and V. So this Anuswara will become W. Tamaham one day. Okay?
How one day.
Okay. You can mute yourself. Now, anything over here? Saroja Mamalang Gitartha. But if we are stopping, if there is a pada, if there is a pause, then that Anuswara has to be said as Ma. Gitartha Gandhotkatam. Ma. End of the pada. Parasharya Vachas Saroja Mamalam. We are pausing. But if you're not pausing, Parasharya Vachas Saroja Mamalang Gitartha Gandhotkatam. So normally if we don't pause, it looks like we are rushing through it. Good to pause. Whenever we pause, there is no Anuswara. There it is the end of that pronunciation. So it should end with M. Nana Kyanaka Kesaram Harikatha because it is H. Pepiyamanam ma because it is muda ma pa pa ba pa ma. Bhuyad bharata pankajang should come, not pankajan. When you say pankajan, it is wrong because ka vargas anunasik is not na. Ka is a guttural sound. Ta vargas anunasik is na. Ta is a dental sound. Ta, tha, da, dha, na. So that pankajan kalimalam, no. Pankajang kalimala. So when you do that Anuswara, you automatically form your mouth in such a way and you enter the next pronunciation, which the location is of that. Pankajang, guttural, and then kalimala, ka is from the guttural sound you enter. Then even in between the word, pradhvam sena. So dhvam, not pradhvam. Pradhvamsena shreyase. Okay. Now, anybody has any question not understood this Anuswara rule, please ask me.
Pasha, that Pradvamsi. Can I ask?
Pradhvamsena shreyase. Maka.
Pra and Dwa is both are coming in Ditva. Because the La is a Ditva and
yes.
And
so
Pra also Ditva.
Kalimala pradvamsi. So pra is a conjunct. Pa and a ra. So la will have a dvitva. Kalimala pradvam. So when you say pradva, automatically it has, you don't have to have a separate effort. So I have not marked pa in blue. But pra is blue. Pra is a dvitva for dhvamsa. Kalimala prad. But many people will say Kalimala Pradvamsena. So to remind, blue I have kept over there la. La means over the blue color means Advitva. Kalimala Pradvamsena Shreyase. Is this part clear?
Not here.
Clear.
I-
Anybody having any other doubt?
Not
Okay.
in this. It's chapter
Okay.
1.
Sorry,
In chapter 1, I referred one point.
what
Chapter
is
1.
that? What is that? Can you please say?
Yeah, 1 minute. Let me see.
Okay.
Abhyaptan Chidamete Shloka number 10.
Shloka number 10 of chapter 1. What is aparyaptan tvidam? What is your question?
Paryaptan Chidametesham. That
Hmm.
three, it's like a conjunct, but that is two idam edeshi. So whether we take it as a conjunct means
No.
jodi.
See, no. Paryaptam, anuswara is there.
Yeah, so
So
Paryaptan.
twi will not have, so ta will not have a pressure.
Okay.
Where the conjunct before alphabet has to have a pressure, not the after alphabet. Paryaptam, we are saying paryaptan tvida because ta is there. But there cannot be a dvitva because it is not a plain alphabet, rasva. It is anuswara. So we have to follow the anuswara rule over there and we don't follow any dvitva rule over there. Is that clear?
Okay.
Clear?
Yes.
Okay. Venkatesh ji, are all your doubts settled?
Yeah, Varshaji. Now I have to just recollect it and then use it. That is the only thing. But I'm very clear on how it has to be used.
Hmm.
The last thing
So,
which you said, the last thing which you said, where ma has to be used, and after a pada, that was very, very important because I was continuing the anuswaras even after the pada break. That is some new learning for me.
okay. So we have to just keep one small this. What are we saying over here? We are saying anta. What are we saying over here? We are saying amba. What are we saying over here? We are saying anka. What are we saying over here? We are saying and. How? Why are we reading like that? Ta varga's anunasik is na. Ta, tha, da, dha, na. Anuswara is becoming na. Ba varga's anunasik is ma. Pa, pha, ba, bha, ma. Anuswara is becoming ma. Ka varga's anunasik is ng. Ka, kha, ga, ghang. We are reading this as anka. Da varga's anunasik is na. Ta, tha, da, dha, na. We are reading this anuswara as na. And. Clear?
Very clear.
Perfect. Now we go to the visarga. Whenever after visarga, a sa is coming, we read that visarga as sa. Vachas saroja. Vachas. Then same thing. If the sha comes, then we'll say vachash, whatever is the sha word. Whenever after visarga, pa is coming, we will say ha. But over here, we are breaking the pada. So we are not saying loke sajjana shat padaira hara ha ha. We are breaking the pada and then we are starting pepiyamanam. But if we are not breaking the pada, rahara haf pepiyamanam. So whenever a pada break comes, end of a sentence comes, we say that full. So rahara ha ha, we are saying. Okay. Now pradvamsi na shreyase. Shra is sha half and r, which we write like this, shra. So this is basically sh. So pradvamsi na shreyase. Visarga is becoming shakara. I'll see if anything we have. Keshava. So ka varga is there over there. So we lift the visarga and we drop it down. Kaivartaka Keshavaha. Takah Keshavaha. We don't say takaha or any other sound. Takah Keshavaha. Then any other thing. Okay, over here little anuswaras are there. Vasudeva Sutan Devam. Pada finished. Kaunsa, because sakara is there. Avargya vyanjana. Wakara has come. Devaki Paramanandam. Pada end. So Nandam. Krishnau Vande. Wakara comes. Jagadgurum. Any other? Gavaha, end of the pada. So we open the sandhi. That is the rule. Vatsas sudhir bhokta. Visarga. After visarga, sa. Vatsas sudhir bhokta. Dugdhang Gitamritam. Not dugdhan. Dugdhang makara. Gitamritam makara has to come. Okay. Now anybody has any questions?
One question I had, Varsha ji. See, I heard people saying Krishna, but I have also heard people saying Krishna.
Hmm.
I need to know, or rather, my doubt is whether it is Krishna, Kr or Kru.
Okay, both are correct. This is the eternal problem of how to say the rakara, r or so. Krishna would be better, where you do not prominently say the ukara would be a better sound, because separately ukara is over there. So we don't make that swara u prominent. That would be a better choice. So it is neither kri, it is neither kru, and it is in between Krishna. That would be a better way to go with it. Okay, any
Thank you,
more
sir.
questions?
Varsha, duktam, is it duktam or dukdam? Duktam.
See the word, what is the next word?
Duktam we have to say, na? There
No,
is no
what is the next word?
Gitamritam.
So ga is in which varga? Ga comes in which varga?
Kagar, ka.
Ka varga. Ka varga's fifth anuswara, anunasik is what? Fifth word is what?
I thought you said no, it is a pada break, so it is duktam.
No. There is no pada break over there. No, so tell me, what is the anuswara? How do you say that anunasik of the ka varga?
Na, duktam gitamritam.
So dugdhang, not na, ng. Dugdhang Gitamritam. Dugdhang, makara should come.
Correct.
Okay. Now anybody has any questions? It should all clear, huh? All these basics. We are spending time on chapter 1 because our basics have to get going forward. We will not come back again and again to the basics. Okay. Anything now?
Ma,
All
tell me about Ksha, Visarga rule for Ksha also.
Ksha. So, sa will become sa, sha will become sha, pra will become sha.
Ksha.
So,
That is your. That is if you
Sha.
if you have the word per means F or P you have to use, ma'am. For or per.
For Visarga, it is always tha.
Per.
Tha.
Thank you.
Tha. Any more questions?
Varsha ji, I think
Yes.
sorry. Sharada ji was saying that the Visarga, when it comes before Ksha, you say full Visarga and not.
Oh, that's
not
Ksha.
That's what
Okay,
she was
I heard
asking.
Ksha. Okay, I was saying Ksha. Okay. Well, the Ksha, Visarga will have to be full. There is no, so not to cut it like how we do it for the cover, guys. I hear many people cutting it. So not to cut. Let me just see if I have got any Ksha reference. Just give me a minute. I was searching our reference cards also. Let us do one thing. Just give me a minute. Good. Okay. Sure. So you should say Kshatriya Ksha. So I was saying sure. So I was thinking of sure. Thank you, Lakshmi ji, for clearing that. Okay. Just give me a moment. I don't think so. We have any. Oh, you have typed the message. I have not seen your typed message. Now only I've noticed. Let me check if we get anything into this. No. Sorry. Never mind. So whenever a ksha will come, we will chant the whole visarga. Sukhaha kshami, sukhaha. And then go for kshami. Give a small pause, not sukha kshami, not like a ka varga. Because it's ksha, we have to chant the visarga as full visarga and not to stop it. Okay, all clear? Now let us go with our reference card. Reference card, Alkaji, it will be new for you. The reference card, we have touched a little grammar part. Okay. So we have to do today the Sarvanama, the pronouns. And but just let me see, some of you were feeling grammar is too difficult. Yes, at certain age it becomes little difficult. And when I insist, okay, you must know, it is just to pep you up that okay, put some attention, take some effort, because if little effort is given, then it is understood better. But when you don't take effort, there is a problem. So we should take effort. And Alkaji, all these cards I will give you, just remind me. Starting okay, let this, I better not share, but I orally tell, that would be easier. In Sanskrit, we have only two categories of word, Namapada and Kriyapada. Namapada Kriyapada means all that we do actions, the verbs, and whatever is not action word comes under Namapada. Okay, so just remember this. Then, the way the Kriyapada is formed, there is one pattern for it, and there are three ways that it can be formed. One is the Parasmaipadi, Atmanepadi, and Ubhayapadi. By looking at the verb, we will not know whether this is Parasmai or At. Our eyes should get trained to see that, or we should get the formed verb already, ready-made verb. From that form, we can guess, okay, this must have been a Atmanepad, like that. But looking at a verb, we will not know. The root word of the verb is called as a dhatu. Okay, this is all about the Kriyapad side. Now we come to the Namapad side. The root word of the Namapada is called Shabda. This Shabda, this word will have gender. So some words will be Pullinga, some word will be Strilinga, some will be Napunsakalinga. Masculine gender, feminine gender, neuter gender. Is for Namapada, nothing for the verb. Verb part we covered. Namapada has the gender. Plus, there will be how it ends. Like when I say Deva, it is ending with a. So we call it as Akaranta. Deva is a Pullinga. Akaranta Pullinga Shabda. Shabdaha. That is the original. Or when I say Devi. So Ikaranta Strilinga Shabdaha. When I say Harihi. That is a small. Ikaranta Pullinga. Hari Shabda. Or when I say Guru. Ukaranta Pullinga Shabda. So why do we have to know this? Because how this Shabda will be conjugated is depending upon how that Anta is. Ikaranta or Ukaranta or Akaranta or Akaranta, like Mala, Varsha, Akaranta. So, and then it will have a different way how it is going to form. This is one way. Okay. Now we come to the pronoun side. When we say this or that, so in Sanskrit it is, this is etad, that is, tad is that. But if I'm pointing out this with a feminine, like this is a pen. So pen in Sanskrit is a lekhani. So lekhani is a strilinga. So I will not say in English this is a pen itself. But in Sanskrit, this word which is etad, but if I'm pointing out to a strilinga, then this will become esha, not etad. So etat will be a napunsaka. Eshaha will be pullinga. Esha will be strilinga. So to say this also, we have three ways to say this. according to the linga of that object that you want to show. Or if I have to say that, then whether you are saying tat, that is for a napunsaka linga, or saha for a pullinga, or sa for a strilinga. So even to say that, we have 3 ways to use the word that depending upon the linga. So when I'm going to point out, now we go to the next and the final step of understanding. Please pay attention. When we have to point out a thing, vastu nirdeshana, or we are showing a particular thing, that time we use a case called as prathama vibhakti. Case is applied on nama shabdas, not on kriya pada. What happens? So that case is called as vibhakti. What happens in a vibhakti? That your prepositions are inbuilt into that vibhakti. Prepositions are inbuilt into the vibhakti. Like if I have to say, I am going from Singapore to Mumbai, from and to, these prepositions. In Sanskrit, this from and this to will be inbuilt in the Shabda. To denote that what it is, that is called as a case or a vibhakti. Okay, now we will come for a simpler example. If I am going to say, I am eating. So, I is the doer of the action. What is the action? Eating. So, if I'm going to question, who is eating? I am eating. So, in Sanskrit, the doer in a active voice will be in the first case. So, the word for I is the asmad shabda. And that asmad means I. That asmad shabda's first case will be aham. So, aham khadami. I am eating. Now, this is the subject. I is the subject. That subject is in first vibhakti. What I am eating? Now, mango season is going on. I am eating a mango. Mango is the object. So, object will come in the second case. Doer of the action is in the first case. Object of the action is in the second case. So, that amra is becoming amram. So, aham amram khadami. Or let's say if it was Ramaha, then Ramaha is a prathama vibhakti. Ramam is a second vibhakti. So it is not how we speak, oh Ramam, not like that. So when you say Ramaha, there is Rama is the doer of the action. When you say Ramam, Ramam becomes the object, not the subject. So you cannot change and aha anyhow. This is called as understanding where to use it. So first case, prathama vibhakti, is the doer of the action or vastu nirdeshanartha. Second case is the object. First is the subject. So Ramaha becomes Ramam if you have to say something to Rama. Okay, so now we are saying Ramaha khadati. Ramaha amram khadati. Now with what Rama is eating? Rama is eating by his hands. So hand is the instrument over here, instrumental case, the third vibhakti. So this Ramam, which is the object, if we have done, or Ramaha, which was the subject, now we have to see that this Ramaha is eating. Subject is not changing. Object is not changing. Amram is. But now we have got another ingredient over here. He's eating by his hand. Hand is becoming the third case. So we say hastena. So if Rama is the subject, Ramaha. Rama is the object, Ramam. Now Rama, if it is an instrumental case, if Rama has done something like hastena, then Rama is becoming Ramena. Okay. So each word will have these conjugations in 7 cases. So we have seen first 3. So I just recap how that by Rama is eating mango by his hand. This by, how it has got incorporated as hastena. This particular suffixes, it's very difficult to go into the direct grammar of how the suffix comes, how it attaches. Very mathematical, it's there, but it's very nice. But it is beyond our scope now. It is su, aujas, hum, outshas, like that. These are the suffixes for each vibhakti that we have to attach. Don't put your head into it. Just take the gross. So if any akaranta pullinga is there, if the conjugation is going to be like Ramaha, Ramam, Ramena. So if I have to say for Bharata, Bharata is a pullinga, we know. Okay, then Bharataha, Bharatam, Bharatena. If any other word comes as a pullinga, you should say like Vrikshaha, means it is a tree. Then Vrikshaha, Vriksham, Vrikshena. So any other word would come, which is akaranta and pullinga, then we will conjugate like this. Okay. And last and the final one, each object can be singular, can be plural. We can understand that. But in Sanskrit, we have one more thing, which is dual. So we will have like a ekvachan we will have dvivachan also, and we will have bahuvachan. Okay, so now this was the crash and the fast course for Alkaji and those who had raised doubts saying that Sanskrit is getting difficult. I hope it is clear. You don't have to memorize if you feel it is difficult, but don't lose the understanding of what you are putting in. So try to identify the similar kinds of words that would come in the picture. Now, anyone has doubt?
No.
All clear for everyone? Yeah? Okay. Then now we are getting into the second chapter. So, very beautiful chapter. The entire Gita is finishing in the second chapter. This is the longest chapter. So we will be, whatever I have said now, we will be repeating it multiple times in this chapter. And we will also bring the fourth case, fifth case, sixth case also in this chapter itself. And we'll try to finish all the cases in whatever we need to learn in all the lingas and all the anta words in this chapter. You can stop and ask me questions anytime. You can send me messages of after a particular class that something was difficult, not clear. So then and there, when we understand and when we go, so by the time we are entering the third chapter, we don't have to refer anything of grammar and stay blank. It should automatically come that who is doing the action. Because then we are going to start seeing the Anvayartha. Last time also I have introduced that. Next onwards, we will be getting one more sheet in our note. Is not just the Dvitva markings or the Mahaprana marking. We will have one more sheet which will give the Anvayas also. And from the first chapter, I'll give you some Niruktis. Niruktis are small definition of each words. So there is this Kerala author who has put it in his book. I'll take that as a compilation. From the first chapter, I'll give you all the Niruktis. To appreciate the beauty of Sanskrit. Whether you should know or memorize, no, it's up to you. But when we get to know the origin of that particular word, those niruktis, they are really very beautiful. So when we start enjoying it, the learning becomes easy, the understanding of the Gita comes easy, because this is not just for the intellectual aspect. We'll always have to remember that somewhere in life we will have to bring it down into our action. And when the understanding and our questions and that mind, all that stops, no, then this understanding slowly comes. But for that mind to stop, we need to feed it so many things. And then it gets convinced. For that, we are doing this little bit exercise. Okay. Fair enough. Now let us go to chapter 2. I don't see any kids. If there are any kids, first raise hands, otherwise open to adults. We have very few minutes left, but we will learn. We will learn and go ahead. Volunteers, whoever want to volunteer, please raise your hands. There is somebody who has unmute and I hear the sound, but okay, it is Leela Ma who has unmuted all this. Okay. Okay. All volunteers, please raise your hands. We can do few verses. Okay, Somasundaran ji and Radha Krishnan ji, you can come first. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha.
अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः
What did I say? What did I say? Repeat after me, please.
ॐ
Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha.
ॐ श्री परमात्मने नमः
ॐ श्री परमात्मने नमः
That box blue and the alphabet red means Mahaprana also has to come and Dvitva also has to happen. Athadvitiyo dhyayaha, because Dva, the and a va are conjuncts. So that tha will have a pressure. So tha is a Dvitva, but tha is also a Mahaprana. Athadvitiyo dhyayaha.
अथ द्वितीयोऽध्यायः
अथ द्वितीयोऽध्यायः
Sankhyayogaha.
साङ्ख्ययोगः
साङ्ख्ययोगः
Sanjaya Uvacha.
सञ्जय उवाच
सञ्जय उवाच
Who is this extra person who has unmuted? Okay. Sorry, Radha Krishnan ji, you can unmute yourself. I have actually muted you by mistake. Tantatha kripaya vishtam.
तन्तथा कृपयाविष्टम्
तन्तथा कृपयाविष्टम्
Ashrupurnakulekshanam.
अश्रुपूर्णाकुलेक्षणम्
अश्रुपूर्णाकुलेक्षणम्
Vishidantamidam vakyam.
विषीदन्तमिदं वाक्यम्
विषीदन्तमिदं वाक्यम्
Uvacha Madhusudanaha.
उवाच मधुसूदनः
उवाच मधुसूदनः
Sanjaya Uvacha Tantatha Kripaya Vishtam Ashrupurnakulekshanam.
सञ्जय उवाच तन्तथा कृपयाविष्टम् अश्रुपूर्णाकुलेक्षणम्
सञ्जय उवाच तन्तथा कृपयाविष्टम् अश्रुपूर्णाकुलेक्षणम्
Kulekshanam, no, le will be permanently dirgha. A, I, O, Kulekshanam.
अश्रुपूर्णाकुलेक्षणम्
Vishidantamidam vakyam. Uvacha Madhusudanaha.
विषीदन्तमिदं वाक्यम् उवाच मधुसूदनः
विषीदन्तमिदं वाक्यम् उवाच मधुसूदनः
Full verse.
सञ्जय उवाच तन्तथा कृपयाविष्टम् अश्रुपूर्णाकुलेक्षणम् विषीदन्तमिदं वाक्यम् उवाच मधुसूदनः
सञ्जय उवाच तन्तथा कृपयाविष्टम् अश्रुपूर्णाकुलेक्षणम् विषीदन्तमिदं वाक्यम् उवाच मधुसूदनः
So we have seen in the last where he was so helpless and he sat on his ratha, and he said he cannot fight. We saw all that in the first chapter, how his Vishada overcome. So now second chapter continues where Sanjay is saying that what happens is tam. Tam means now he. In the second case, saha tau te prathama tam tau tan vithiya. So this tam means to him. To whom? To Arjuna. Seeing like this. Krupaya vishtam. Avishtam is like it's full of, we can say, compassion, we can say. And Ashru Purna Akulekshanam. Eyes are full of tears. And he's Vishidantam, very much sorrow. Idam, this Vakyam, sentence, Madhusudanaha Uvacha. To whom? Tam. So, seeing Arjuna full of such a sorrow, eyes, he's almost in tears. And Krishna, he felt so much compassion over him. To him, he said this sentence. What? We will see in the next. Idam Vakyam Madhusudanaha Uvacha. Tantatha Krupayavishtam Ashrupornakulekshanam Vishedantamidam Vakyam Uvacha Madhusudanaha. We'll take Bhagyalakshmi ji, Shobha ji.
Ram Ram.
Ram Ram. Shri Bhagavanuvacha.
Shri Bhagavanuvacha.
See what happens with all the South Indians? The ga is becoming ha, not bah, not her. Bhaga. Shri Bhagavanuvacha.
Shri Bhagavanuvacha. Shri Bhagavanuvacha.
So only 2 mics should be unmuted so that we save time. One time is Bhagyalakshmi, another time is Shobhaji. Others should stay unmuted. Kutasva kashmalamidam.
Kutasva kasmalam idam.
Kashmalamidam.
Kashmalam idam.
Kashmalam idam, don't say. Kashmalamidam. Kutasva kashmalamidam.
Kutasva kasmalamidam.
Shakara should be very strong. Kash, not kas. Kash.
Kutasva kashmalamidam.
Kashmalamidam, no. Kashmalamidam.
Kutasva kasmalamidam.
Correct.
Kutastva kashmalamidam.
Vishame samupasthitam.
Vishame samupastitam.
Shakara, Murdani. Let the tongue touch the roof of the palate. Vishame.
Vishame.
Samupasthitam.
Samupastitam.
Vishame samupasthitam.
Anaryajushthamasvargyam.
Anaryajushtamaisvargyam.
Very good.
Anaryajushthamasvargyam.
Akirtikaram Arjuna.
Akirtikaram Arjuna.
Akirtikaram Arjuna.
Shri Bhagavanuvacha. Kutastva kashmalamidam. Vishame samupasthitam.
Shri Bhagavanuvacha. Kutasva kasmalamidam.
Not to say. Not kas. Kash. Kashmalamidam.
Kutasva kashmalamidam. Vishame samupastitam.
Samupasthit can be little powerful.
Samupastitam.
Thitam.
Stitam.
श्रीभगवानुवाच कुतस्त्वाकश्मलमिदं विषमे समुपस्थितम्
अनार्यजुष्टमस्वर्ग्यम् अकीर्तिकरमर्जुन
अनार्यजुष्टमस्वर्ग्यम् अकीर्तिकरमर्जुन
अनार्यजुष्टमस्वर्ग्यम् अकीर्तिकरमर्जुन
full verse. Bhagyalakshmi ji, chant the full verse, please.
श्रीभगवानुवाच कुतस्त्वाकश्मलमिदं विषमे समुपस्थितम् अनार्यजुष्टमस्वर्ग्यम् अकीर्तिकरमर्जुन
श्रीभगवानुवाच कुतस्त्वाकश्मलमिदं विषमे समुपस्थितम् अनार्यजुष्टमस्वर्ग्यम् अकीर्तिकरमर्जुन
Good. So now Bhagwan says, seeing him like this, please mute yourself, that kutaha, from where? This kashmalam, this impurity, idam, this kind of impurity, and vishame samupasthitam, and sitting like this in the sorrowful state. This is anaryam. This is not suiting your aryatvam. Anarya jushtam, asvargyam. This will not lead you to the swarga or the higher loka. Akirti, this is going to bring you, reduce your fame. This is going to spread a bad image of yourself. You will become infamous, O Arjuna. So, Bhagwan, like now, Arjuna, just remember how all the first chapter he gave all his logical things which he saw, that how the Kula Dharma and how the Kulastriya and how Dharme Nashte, how it will, everything is going to go and all, so many things he said. And then he sat on his Ratha. And he said before that, Siddhanti Mama Gatrani, everything he said, that I'm sweating, my mouth is drying, I can't fight this. And finally, he leaves the bow and arrow also and he sits on the Ratha. I don't want to fight. So, in this condition, Bhagwan is telling to him that what you are doing is anarya, it is asvargya, it is akirti. From where you are sitting like this in so dejected state. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Kutastvakashmalamidam Vishame Samupasthitam Anaryajushthamasvargyam Akirtikaram Arjuna. Harish ji and Jalaja ji. Klaibyam asmagamah partha.
क्लैब्यं स्मगमः पार्थ
Partha.
पार्थ
क्लैब्यं मास्मगमं पार्थ
Gamah partha.
पार्थ
Gamah.
गमः ओके क्लैब्यं मास्मगमः पार्थ
Partha.
पार्थ
Naitattvayupapadyate.
नैतत्त्वय्युपपद्यते
नैतत्त्वय्युपपद्यते
Tvayupa.
नैतत्त्वय्युपपद्यते
Very good. Kshudraಂ hridaya daurbalyam.
क्षुद्रं हृदय दौर्बल्यं
Anuswara sumakara. Ha. Kshudraಂ hridaya daurbalyam.
क्षुद्रं हृदय दौर्बल्यं
क्षुद्रं हृदय दौर्बल्यं
Halya no ba. Alpa prana.
क्षुद्रं हृदय दौर्बल्यं
त्यक्त्वोत्तिष्ठ परन्तप.
त्यक्त्वोत्तिष्ठ परन्तप.
त्यक्तोऽपिष्टिष्ट परन्तप.
तिष्ठ ठ.
ओके. त्यक्तोत्तिष्ठ परन्तप.
क्लैब्यं मास्मगमः पार्थ नैतत्त्वय्युपपद्यते.
क्लैब्यं मास्मगमः पार्थ नैतत्त्वयुपपद्यते.
क्लैब्यमात्मगमः पार्थ नैत्यत्युपपद्यते. नैतत्त्वय्युपपद्यते.
Very good. क्षुद्रो हृदय दौर्बल्यम्
क्षुद्रं
यत्तिष्ठ परन्तप.
क्षुद्रं हृदय दौर्बल्यं त्यक्त्वोत्तिष्ठ परन्तप.
क्षुद्रं हृदयदौर्बल्यं
दौर्बल्यम्.
क्षुद्रं हृदयदौर्बल्यं त्यक्तोऽपि तिष्ठ परन्तप.
Her has to become nice. Huh? Tyaktvottishta. Like a lot of power should come while saying that. Okay, go ahead for the full verse.
क्लैब्यं मास्मगमः पार्थ नैतत्त्वयित्युपपद्यते. क्षुद्रं हृदय दौर्बल्यं त्यक्त्वोत्तिष्ठ परन्तप.
क्लैब्यं मास्मगमः पार्थ नैतत्त्वयुपपद्यते. क्षुद्रं हृदयदौर्बल्यं त्यक्तोतिष्ठ परन्तप.
Her should come. So Klaibyam ma, don't become so important without any, what to say, courage. Ma smagamaha, don't go to that kind of importancy. Partha na etat tvai upapadyate. This is not becoming of you. You are a kshatriya, no? What kind of this discourage or frightful situation you are saying? So he is using a very sharp word, touching his manliness. What kind of impotence you are showing by leaving like this? Shudram. This is like such a lowly quality that you are showing, to have such a hridaya daurbalyam, such a weak heart. Tyaktva, leave that. Uttishta, leave such a kind of weak-heartedness and get up. Uttishta parantapa. So he's addressing in the names the one who is conqueror of so many evils. To him, now who is having now this klibata and hridaya daurbalyata, the impotency, the lack of courage and weak-heartedness. So he says, Nai na etat tvai upapadyate. This in you, it doesn't suit you. This is not of your becoming. Please get up, tyaktva, all such petty thoughts, uttishta, and he says, stand up. Because he's sitting, no, leaving everything. Klaibyam masmagamah partha naitattvayupapadyate kshudrah hridaya daurbalyam tyaktvottishta parantapa. Very sharp words itself when Krishna has addressed him for the first time. We'll take one more verse and then we stop, because though the time is up, I still see two hands are there. Venkatesh ji and Sri Devi Bodhaji. Oh, third hand came up now, which was not there before. Time is up actually. We will see one more verse. Arjuna Vacha.
Arjuna Uvacha.
Arjuna Uvacha.
Shri Lakshmi ji, you join in this because I might not have to take a time to take a next verse. Arjuna Vacha. Katham Bhishma Maham Sankhye.
Katham Bhishma Mahau Sankhe.
कथं भीष्ममहं सङ्ख्ये
कथं भीष्ममहो सङ्ख्ये
द्रोणं च मधुसूदन
द्रोणं च मधुसूदन
सुदन not sudhana dana
सुदन द्रोणं च मधुसूदन
द्रोणं च मधुसूदन
द्रोणं च मधुसूदन
इषुभिः प्रतियोत्स्यामि
इषुभिः प्रतियोत्स्यामि
इषुभिः प्रतियोत्स्यामि
पूजार्हावरिसूदन
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 अर्जुन उवाच कथं भीष्ममहं सङ्ख्ये द्रोणं च मधुसूदन
अर्जुन उवाच कथं भीष्ममहं सङ्ख्ये द्रोणं च
सङ्ख्ये खमः has to come
कथं भीष्ममहं सङ्ख्ये द्रोणं च मधुसूदन
अर्जुन उवाच कथं भीष्ममहं सङ्ख्ये द्रोणं च मधुसूदन
अर्जुन उवाच कथं भीष्ममहो सङ्ख्ये द्रोणं च मधुसूदन
इषुभिः प्रतियोत्स्यामि पूजार्हावरिसूदन
इषुभिः प्रतियोत्स्यामि पूजार्हावरिसूदन
इषुभिः प्रतियोत्स्यामि पूजार्हावरिसूदन
इषुभिः प्रतियोत्स्यामि पूजार्हावरिसूदन
अर्जुन उवाच कथं भीष्ममहं सङ्ख्ये द्रोणं च मधुसूदन इषुभिः प्रतियोत्स्यामि पूजार्हावरिसूदन
अर्जुन उवाच कथं भीष्ममहं सङ्ख्ये द्रोणं च मधुसूदन इषुभिः प्रतियोत्स्यामि पूजार्हावरिसूदन
अर्जुन उवाच कथं भीष्ममहो सङ्ख्ये द्रोणं च मधुसूदन इषुभिः प्रतियोत्स्यामि पूजार्हावरिसूदन
Okay, 3 of you have done, right? Okay. So now Arjuna says, so when Krishna has challenged him with such sharp words, my second warning for the next class is also up. I have only 1 minute. We'll quickly finish this. Katham, how? Katham is how. Aham means I. You see that aham is in that Bhishma Maham is there, no? Sankhye. Sankhye means in the battlefield. Bhishmam Dronam cha. Bhishma and Drona. Ishubhihi. Third case. Plural. Ishubhihi. By arrows. Pratiyotsyami. Fight. Pujar how. There is a sandhi over there. Pujar how. Arisudana. Why Pujar how? This is the Dvivachan. Pujar. Oh, sorry. How? Pujar how? How? These two, who? Bhishma and Drona. These are Pujarha. Arha means eligible. Please mute yourself. Eligible. Pujarha means they are fit for doing the pujas. So the ones who are so worshipable too. So in Sanskrit we said, no, we have dvivachana. So pujar, how these two are so worshipable, Arisudana and Madhusudana. He's addressing him with such names. Oh Madhusudana, how will I fight in this battle with the arrows, with against these Guru Varyas who are so worshipable? Who? Drona and Bhishma. Oh Arisudana, you are the conqueror of the enemies, right? So he's using, so how he used Parantapa, Krishna used for Arjuna. Arjuna is using now Arisudana for Krishna. That these two are so worshipable. How do I fight them with the arrows? Arjuna vacha katham means how? Katham bhishmamaham sankhye dronam cha madhusudana ishubhih pratiyotsami pujarha varisudana. We stop over here. Any questions? Okay, we can keep yourself muted so that it is not. Now, the homework. Please memorize the Kriya Pada which I have given of Patadhatu Vartaman Kal, Vanda Vartaman Kal. We didn't discuss that today. We didn't discuss the balance of the pronouns. So please memorize the three cases, Prathama, Dvitiya, and Tritiya Vibhakti of the pronouns and come in the next class. And those who can definitely please memorize. And those who feel it's difficult, you all can leave it, but read and come with an understanding so that if I ask a question, you are able to know where in the book it is. So at least by looking in the book, you should be able to answer. Understanding has to be there. Don't sit completely blank. And Alkaji, I'll tell you how to make your booklet separately. After this, there is a daily Gita session which I'll have to join. So it will be late by the time I'll reply. Please keep your Shabda Rupavali, Dhatu Rupavali book ready. Then it becomes very enjoyable. Only three things to write now. So it is doable thing. Do it right now. When things pile up, it becomes very difficult. Okay, with this, we end our session. Beautiful chapter 2. It's very good. 72 verses, 4 verses are done. Next verse, we are going to see another chandas. So far, we saw only Anushtup Chanda. Next verse onwards, a new chandas is getting introduced. Lovely verses, lovely talk, and that conversation, and that beauty, and the highest Vedanta knowledge is soon going to get revealed. So please attend all the sessions so that you don't feel suddenly something is missing. Okay. And then this Saturday, not this Saturday, next Saturday. Next Saturday, we have a new class of Narayaniam. Those who have not registered, please register. It's another beautiful text. You will, from Trishtup, Anushtup, you will go far beyond the Chandas. It's something very much to enjoy all the Krishna Leelas. It's a mini Bhagavatam, 18,000 verses condensed to just 1,032 verses. Please join. Those who are in Singapore, this weekend we have Mahatma coming. Please attend his sessions. And also Chakulatta Kava Ma, she is coming on Thursday, that is tomorrow morning, and she'll be here till Sunday. Sunday there is a Pongala happening. So those who are in Singapore and want to know more about it, please message me. So lots of things are happening between this week, next week. So let's enjoy the bliss of all that we are getting. Let's end the session. Keep your spine straight. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in. Hold it there. Om. Om. Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Shri Krishnarpanamastu. Hari Om everyone. See y'all.
Hari Om ji.
Hari
Hari
Om.
Om.
Vishaji, thank
Today's
you so
class
much.
was so
Vishaji, thank you.
Hari
Hari
Om.
Om. Thank you.
So
Thank you.
Narayanam class, how many hours? Half an hour or 1 hour?
1 hour.
Weekly?
1 hour. But on Saturday, when we are beginning on Vishu Day, it might be just for half an hour, 45 minutes only to introduce. And then onwards, it is going to be Monday, 8 o'clock, Singapore time, 5:30 India time, every Monday. First class Saturday, 15th April, Vishu.
Thank you. Dhanyavad.
Dhanyavada. Hari Om. Hari Om.
Hari Om, Vashaji. Thank you.
Hari Om ji. Hari Om. Let's join the daily Gita.
Yeah.